Hello, good afternoon. This is Oscar from Mechanician. Thanks for joining into another session. We're going to be checking some of the compact equipment and specialty equipment for paving roads related to the Hamm brand. We can go and dive into the off-highway license. As you can see, we have the heavy equipment side. We're going to be looking into our favorites screen section. I'm going to be choosing the brand for Hamm. In this opportunity, we're going to be reviewing the tandem rollers equipment or compactators. I can see the HD series. For the sake of the video, we're going to be looking into the 120 series HD. And also we have got the electronic model, the electronic diesel control ECM, so we can access and read everything on this engine. We have some available connections. We can see some of the diagrams, the Jaltest, the V9, used to connect our PC with the specialty cable for Deutz engines and any sort of adapters. We're just accessing and connecting into this particular ECM. These are some of the special functions and features we're going to be able to perform into this particular engine. We're going to start with the fault code readings as usual. As you can see, we have the error code and we also have a little description about the failure. Okay, if we want to dig in and see additional information, we can check into the freeze frame data. We can check the date and hour of the last occurrence, also the system state. We have some guidance over here with help and additional information about the fault code. We can see what's the component related to the fault code. As we can see, the CV20, it's the coolant level sensor in the engine. Okay, we can also dive into the schematics, such as the electrical diagrams into this ECU. If we're a little bit more into the electronics parts, we are going to be able to see power supplies, positive, negative. We have the central management unit control system. We can see the pinouts related to each of the components. And if we wonder what is this component related to, we just hit the double click and we're going to be able to see additional information related to the component. Let's say this CB13, this is the NOx sensor behind the SCR catalyst. We've got pinouts, we have some of the locations, operational data that will be giving us an idea of what are the nominational values each of these sensors are working on. Okay, this is a little bit technical. I'm not going to dive in too much. Just going back to the diagnostics menu, we can also dive into the clear fault codes section. If we are changing any component, any sensor into this engine, it's always recommendable to access to this screen so we can perform any clearance of codes. Okay, any fault codes that are stored into the cache of the ECM unit will be cleared from here if there is anything malfunctioning. We've also got the system data, important information stored on the ECU's memory, such as the serial number, hardware number, the software version, max engine power, maximum engine revolutions, battery voltage, exhaust gas after treatment system, serial numbers, and the bus scan speed related to this. It's 250,000 volts. Right? We can also do interesting live measurements. We've got system displays. Here we want to choose what system display we are interested in. We could access to field system display or after treatment system display. For the sake of this video, we're going to choose the field system, the TCD 4.1 L04 configuration. We are seeing some of the field system components, right? We are having live measurements at the same time. We are looking some of the measurements, duty cycle, the fuel, the PRV valves, some RPMs, some pressure measurements, and important components related to this fuel system display. Okay, We can also choose after treatment system components, so we can do a quick monitoring. We can see the DOC and DPF configurations with the SER for this particular machine. We know this is tier 3A, if I'm not mistaken, after treatment system configuration. We have live measurements, and we can also choose live data selection. We have about 101 sensors in total. We can just filter. If I want to check pressure sensors in my engine, I can just go ahead and select this, and we can press this system gauges so we can be able to get nominal and requested values, right? Let's say this is the engine turbocharger outlet pressure. We can also have some graphs. We can set a range of time, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, to see what's the voltages and signals we're getting on the graphs. And if we have any raw value that it's not into the range specified by the manufacturer, we're going to be receiving alerts. So we can check into that related to system faults as well. Okay. We have components actuation. As you can see, we have options for RCR system, some of the relays into the SR system, warning lamps, the intake air heater, the 1 and 2, and also the secondary supply pump valve. Okay, we can perform tests just to check if these components are working in the right way. We've got system checks, the EGR after treatment system. We can check into the AdBlue, the meter quantity measurement, right? We can do the circuit purge, the diesel particulate filter heating mode 1 and 2, the end of the line test, and the diesel particulate filter. Okay, actuators such as the EGR system, intake throttle, and the EGR valve opening control. Cylinder cutouts, compression tests are available for system checks. Setting parameters, we got injector coding, display parameters, and modify parameters. We can set parameters into the throttle position valve, the idle speed. We can set limp mode speeds with RPM, engine operational hours. We've got maintenance on the exhaust gas after treatment system. We can do functions such as particulate filter regions, thermal conditioning procedures, soot content on the particulate filter. We can reset the stop request due to the crystallization. We can do counter resets. We've got replacement of components. If we ever replace the EGR valves, the PRV valves, oil changes, and the trim files correction for the injectors. We can do clearance of permanent fault codes. Some of the calibrations available, the throttle position valve could be calibrated. And this is on the diagnostics part. I would like to dive into the technical data. We can see components, as we have here some of the codes we have for each of the components into this Deutz engine. We've got operational data, some tables. We can see pinouts. We can see some charts with important information and some of the configurations, right? We also have troubleshooting by symptoms. If we ever diagnosed some of these, let's say, loss of engine power, we're going to be able to dive into troubleshooting guides step by step until we clear out the problem, or we are advised that we need to replace any part. Okay, we've also got the releases and procedures, software updates as after treatment system, in this case the interim tier 4, stage 3B, and final tier 4 for this particular ECM. We're going to be doing releases and procedures by the manufacturers. Okay, a little bit of the coverage we have, the great coverage we have for Hamm tandem rollers. Please let me know if you want to see any additional specialty equipment for paving roads, and I'll be happy to assist. Thanks and good afternoon.